everybody, it's DB. All right, we are doing reserve list for a different set this time. All right, we're doing Nightfall. And this set came out in, what was it? Late October 2021, I believe. It's actually doesn't have too much in the reserve, not quite as much as Cryptid Nation. And yeah, anywho, we can pretty much just get right into it. So, little disclaimer before actually. The Unlucky 13, part of this set, they will have their own video, just like the Wild 7, the Supernova 6, the Hateful 8, what are the other ones? Obnoxious 9, wow, right in the originals. But yeah, so we're doing market price and some PSA. There isn't much for this set for what was sold for 10s, but yeah, we'll get right into it. All right, we're gonna start with the big guns right off the bat. Old Scratch. Unfortunately, no available market price. But a recent PSA 9 sold for $6,639.99. CAD. I forgot to look up what CAD is. Is that Canadian? Canadian. So, still, that's a huge card. It's a card that I really wanted. It's a card that I know I will never own. When I first started this channel and when I was buying into Metazoo, Nightfall was stupid expensive. I think boxes at the time were going for like $175, $180. They got higher. And then the event release boxes were $40-something on eBay. And spell books, they weren't super expensive. Spell books, because of the reverse curse, they were still pretty cheap, and that's what I bought the most of. And yeah. So, we'll go right into the spellbook. So, spellbook promo, it has a unavailable market price. All of them seem to have that. And a 10 recently sold for $18.35. And while we're on promos, we might as well do the event release medal. It's got, what the hell is his name? Jersey Devil. I believe it's a little pumpkin little icon, and he's like blowing fire out at it. 63 cents. So, oh, by the way, these videos are a little more in-depth. Like, I have to get to do the research and all that. So if you could please give this a thumbs up and think of possibly subscribing, that'd be awesome. And comments. Also, other sets that people want to see. I know this is Metazoo, so there's not a ton of sets out. But, all right, we'll stick with the promo theme. So the blister pack promo, which is also Jersey Devil, 97 cents for the market. And there hasn't been any recently sold PSA 10s. So it's a card I did bulk buy. I guess I did it at the wrong time because I think at the time I was spending $3 or roughly around $3. And now they're worth 97 cents. So, and common theme with Nightfall, unfortunately, all the prices dropped. My favorite reserved list card is Old Book's Crying Tree. And I didn't buy that because when I was buying into it, it was like $6 or so devons. $6 or so dollars. And I don't usually buy anything over $5 for bulk buying. I have begun purchasing. That's on the list, so you'll see why I began purchasing it, because it's a lot cheaper. So we're going to jump right into the actual set itself. So, Obsidian Obelisk. It's kind of a boring looking card, honestly. So number 33 of 163. It has a market value of 93 cents. And a PSA 10 sold recently for $21.50. I'm not looking up pop reports for this at the moment. I might eventually when I go a little more in depth in a year, just to show where things have gone. Hopefully Nightfall goes up, because it was honestly it was a nice set. Twin Meteor. I do like the artworks of this, and actually I think it might be the reverse that I like the most out of the Twin Meteor. And again, these prices are for full holo only. I'm not doing reverse. I'm not doing regular comment or just the regular. So Twin Meteor, number 34 of 163. It has a market value of $2.22, and a 10 recently sold for a best offer of $150. It's not bad. My favorite, Old Book's Crying Tree. I always want to say Old Brooks for whatever reason, but yeah, Old Book's Crying Tree. I for some reason really liked the artwork, and I saw the full hollow. It's just I really liked it, and it's never gonna be printed again because well, it's the reserve list. So I have now purchased. I think I'm almost up to about 20 something copies of the full hollow. So, and the reason why is because it went from like $6 when I wasn't able to purchase it to now it's 83 cents. So 83 cents is the market value, and no recent sold 10s. I'm gonna have a 10 of this at some point. I'm just telling you that now. Why I have to have a 10 of it, I don't know. I couldn't tell you why I do what I do. All right, next card, Permafrost. Another kind of artwork. 36 of 163. It has a market value of $1.03, and a 10 recently sold for $17.50. That's rough. Any 10 selling for under 30 it's a little tier. Lightning Alley. It is 37 of 163, and this set did the reserve the same way. I think a lot of the sets do, where the numbers is just right in the set. It's like they just take a block and they're like, all right, we're gonna make this reserve list. Lightning Alley, 37 of 163. It has a current market of 69 cents, and a 10 actually sold for $41, which is strange because this is the least expensive on the reserve list and the third highest for PSA 10. That's it. That's the whole set right there. So the theme decks, no, not even the event release is what I know. I don't know the theme decks at all. I've never purchased any of the Metazoo theme decks. Don't know if I ever will. If I want a full reserve list, I obviously will be purchasing the single cards themselves, but let's get into it. Flying Manta Ray. I actually really like the art for this. It's got a market of $2.26, and a 10 recently sold for a best offer out of $200. This next one I don't like the artwork. Reptoid Ruler. It's what, the most expensive of the theme decks. I don't like the artwork. I don't remember what it did. I think it was a good card, but anyway, market value of $11.24, and a PSA 10 will run you no sales. Elder Matlocks, decent looking for the artwork. $1.22 for market, and a 10 sold for under $30. It was $21.50. Stakini Owl. That doesn't sound right. Stakini. Actually, really nice artwork. The really long nails on a little creepy looking owl. Again, this set's like Halloween. It's a Halloween theme. It came out around Halloween. Lots of pumpkins, a lot of Halloween stuff. And obviously Metazoo throws out their Halloween sets as well. So I'm assuming they were bombarded that year. Anywho, so Stakini. That doesn't sound right. I do believe they made a skateboard out of this. And that's got a market of $3.72 and no 10 sold. The Ghost Marshal, kind of a lame art. I don't remember who the artist was, but sorry. It has a market value of $2.67, and recently no 10s were sold. I do have New Beginnings on here, and it says that New Beginnings was a reserved for Wilderness and also for Nightfall. It's a bronze, and it was from the decks. I looked into it a little bit more, and I couldn't really find more information on it, so I just kind of left it alone. I do know it's got a market like $1.25, depending which deck it came from. Event release boxes. So I opened 2 of these, and of the 2, I got the exact same one. And at the time, he was going for, I'm assuming it's a he, but you know what? It could have been she. It was going for around $18. Well, it's not anymore. So Garson Invader, little centipede-looking fella. Nice little hollows in the background, and I love the fact that they always have the set name right next to it. So the Nightfall, the little bat, and it looks really nice. The Garson Invader's got a market of $2.85, so that's a $15.5 difference from back when I was opening this to current. How I remember the prices, I don't know. I remember just random things. A 10 recently sold for $29. Again, it is under 30, but I mean, it's better than what was that one? 17? Yeah, 17 bucks. 17 bucks. The rest of these, actually, I do know these. I don't remember this one though. The Chenu, and I can't even picture it, to be honest with you. Chenu, or yeah, I'm gonna go with Chenu. Could be wrong. That has a market of $8.22 with no recent sales. Headless Annie, which was what I wanted second most of. It's one of the best. It's the most expensive for the event release decks. Nice looking card. $14.11. And surprisingly, there were no 10s recently sold. There's some listed, but there's none sold. The one I wanted to get, because I'm a spider person, was Spider Grandmother. And I obviously didn't pull it. I got Garson Invader twice. And so Spider Grandmother, she's got a market of $9.66. I personally, art-wise, I think that Headless Annie looks better, but the Spider Grandmother, I'm a spider guy. I love spiders. What can I say? No 10 sold. Mocha Vampire. Oh, what cartoon did it remind me of for some reason? Yeah, I had it. Like, every time I look at the picture, I'm just like, oh, that's what that is. I don't care for it. Mocha Vampire, with a market of $5.70 and no 10s recently sold. So, that's it. So anybody, if you guys like to know what the reserve list is, I know you guys can get on there and just be like, hey, what's the reserve list and what are they going for? If you don't feel like doing that, you can watch this channel, because we've got, what else we have coming up? We have Wilderness for reserved. UFO, I believe, has been released. I don't know if Seance's, the reserve's been released or not. And then we have Alpha Investment, the Rudy, all those Rudy promos, which I think that'll be a lot of fun. Just because, well, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, if you like these types of videos, please like, comment, subscribe, and such. And see ya!